Today we're gonna break down one of the most strongest and at the same time most dangerous patterns in trading, and it's the false breakout. And false breakouts are where most beginners lose their money, while experienced traders often find the best entry opportunities. We'll also go through how to identify strong levels, what signals confirms a false breakout, and how to trade false breakout in scalping with time of the expiration 3 to 5 minutes. So it's gonna be a real challenge, guys. So stay with me, sit comfortable, we're gonna get started. So let's get started. I found not a bad one. Currency pair is not perfect, but still we changed time of the expiration to 3 minutes and open here a sell trade, of course. So let me draw everything for you and explain in more details. As we can see, price move about the previous high as a draw for you and pierced the level. So for most traders, this looks like a normal breakout upward, right? So it seems like the market is about to hold above the level and continue rising. So this is exactly where many traders start opening buy positions, while sellers who entered earlier get stopped out above the high. So in the other words, the market is collecting liquidity, resting above the level. But yeah, actually we opened here trade kind of early. So let's open here 2 more sell trades by 3 minutes each. Because we needed to wait for more reaction and confirmation, but this was the only one literally that I found. So let's see. I think we even gonna close the first one because we still have enough time though. So after the breakout itself, right, why I opened here a sell trade anyway, weakness started to appear. So despite breaking the level, price could not confidently hold above it, right? So instead of continuation, sellers reacted immediately, right? We could see a long upward wick. We can see it's appearing right now as well. And the candle started losing momentum. So this is a very important signal because during a real breakout, the market usually continues moving almost instantly, right? New strong bullish candles appear, also price holds above the level and buyers keep control, right? So, and here that did not happen. Instead, the movement stalled directly inside the resistance zone. And also kind of important thing, at the moment of our entry points, our trades, the market actually had already reacted to this area several times. So price approached the level and it was pushed away from it. So this means that there were already sellers and liquidity sitting in that zone. So then the price approached the level again, but this time the movement looked too aggressive, right? It was several strong bullish candles in a row with almost no pullback. So the angle of the move became very steep, I will say, and the candles themselves started pushing the market upward. So moves like this often appear when the market is trying to provoke traders into entering continuation buys. But as we can see, all of our trades right now in a plus, so let's wait. So yeah, this is why a sell trade here was open. The logic was that the market most likely created a false breakout above the high in order to collect liquidity, but buyers no longer had enough strength to continue the move, right? So when price cannot continue after a strong impulse and a breakout attempt, it often means that larger players are taking profit on buys or starting to reverse the market downward. So on the first trade, we have just 10 seconds left. Now we're not in the plus there, so let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we close that in the zero literally, so we just saved our investments and we just get it back, but it's fine. It's even better. It's better than the minus, right? And on the 2 other ones, we're confidently gonna be the profit. That's for sure. We have 15 seconds right now until the end of the trade. Let's see, but we opened them at very, very good moments. So it's 8 seconds for now. 7. Oh my God, what's going on? 3, 2, 1, and we're closing this 2 trades. Here it is. We're gonna open here another sell trade, of course. I think now it's gonna be more stronger move though. And we talked right now on a practice, right, about all of the situation on the market, but we also need to talk about the theory. What is actually a false breakout? How to work with that? What is the sign, step by step, and everything? That's what we're going to talk about right now while we're waiting for this trade to close. So a false breakout is one of the most popular and at the same time one of the most dangerous situation in trading. So false breakouts are where beginners most often lose money and experienced scalpers make money. So in simple terms, it is a moment when price appears to break an important level, right, as it was here, makes the crowd believe that the movement will continue, right? And that's why a lot of people is opening in the upward direction still, and then suddenly reverses back. Guys, please text me in the comments if you had this kind of situation. I'm sure you had, definitely. So in other words, the market creates a fake move, right, collects liquidity, and only after that moves in the real direction. So imagine a typical resistance level, right? So price has tested it several times, as we had here as well. From below, it failed to break through. So everyone sees this level, right? It's obvious. So then suddenly a candle aggressively breaks above it. And most traders think that that's it, a real breakout is happening, it's time to buy, right? So people begin opening long positions. And exactly at this moment, larger players often begin selling into the crowd. And within a few candles, literally, price falls back below the level. And you're sitting there and thinking, oh my God, what is going on, right? So the traders who bought the breakout become trapped. Right, and panic begins, positions get closed if you have stop loss or something, and the market quickly moves in the opposite direction, right? So that is a false breakout. Why does this work? Just because the market is constantly searching for liquidity. So large players need volume in order to enter positions. And where are the crowd's stop losses and emotions located, right? Usually behind key levels. So that's why price very often spikes through a level, collects stops, pulls traders into the wrong direction, and only afterward reverses. And in scalping with, like, for example, 3 to 5 minute time expiration, the false breakouts is considered one of the strongest setups because these moves happen quickly and impulsively, right? So you do not need a long-term trend lasting several hours, actually. What matters is catching the moment when the market creates a trap, and is likely to return back within the next few minutes. So here we close the trade perfectly. That's great. I think we can open here not a sell trade. It's actually now is much more confident. So we're gonna open here a sell trade for 3 minutes, and let's talk about this one, like why we're still opening a sell trade here. Maybe something changed or not. So the sell logic here remained the same because the market continued confirming the false breakout scenario above the level, right? So after the first breakout attempt, price was still trading inside a strong resistance zone, right? We could see that before. But the key point was that buyers were still unable to hold the market above the level. And this is extremely important because during a real breakout, the market usually shows continuation, right? That price holds above resistance, new strong bullish candles appear, and pullbacks stay weak still, right? Here, the opposite happened. So after the impulsive move about the level, a strong seller reaction appeared, as we talked before. A large bearish candle almost completely erased the previous bullish momentum, right? It's engulfing. I hope you remember that. So this showed that there was significant selling pressure, right, above, and that buyers were being aggressively pushed out of the market. So the fact that such a strong upward impulse was immediately followed by sharp rejection already signaled weaknesses in the breakout. So then the market made another attempt to stay near the level, right? But this attempt looked weak, as you can see before on the previous trade. So price could not confidently create a new high. Also, the candle started losing momentum and the bullish movement became compressed. This is very typical behavior after false breakout, right? So first the market grabs liquidity above the highs, and then strong selling pressure appears, and after that buyers are no longer able to continue to move upward. So that is why another sell trade was opened here. So again, in the conclusion, right, the logic was based on the fact that the market confirmed the false breakout not through a single candle, right, but through a sequence of actions. So first, a liquidity sweep above the level, right? Then aggressive selling pressure, and afterward buyers failing to regain control. But another important thing that I want you to know, do not trade every false breakout that you see, right? Sometimes the market generally breaks a level and continues moving further. So what increases the quality of the signal? First of all, a strong levels. We had it here. Also a long wick on the candle. You remember, we also had it. Also a fast return back below or above the level, depends on the situation. Also high volatility, we can see it here definitely. After a false breakout, after a long consolidation. here we have it. Also a false breakout after a long consolidation, a sharp reaction immediately after touching the level. So you just go through this list and like, yes, I have this, I have this, I have this. So I'm gonna open a trade here in the opposite direction of the trend because it's a false breakout. So we have 2, 1, and we're closing this trade as well. Perfect. We closed all of the trades. Okay, the first one was just in the zero, but still we didn't have any minus actually. So I think that was pretty good result. I'm pretty happy with this currency pair. It actually was kind of hard to find real time, you know, the perfect situation just in the start of the reversal literally. So you could see this kind of the moves, right? That's what I wanted to show to you. So I hope you like this video, guys. It's actually kind of difficult because here, as you can see, it's many details and nuances. And again, as I said before, don't need to trade every false breakout because sometimes the price actually continues moving in the direction of the trend and not reversing after. So you need to be very careful. Of course, the most like easiest, I think, strategy and most like possible one with like more chances to close the trade in the plus is trading in the direction of the trend. So this is the basic, and after you already start learning how to trade a false breakout, how to trade in the reversals and more and more. So it's already like a higher level. But still, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like that. Please also subscribe to my YouTube channel because here I post so much information about trading for free. And it's actually not only that, because I also have a Telegram channel, and there I post much more info though. For example, I'm analyzing the different currency pairs. I'm making a podcast for you, like analyzing it and what kind of the currency pair I would choose for opening a trade. And we're doing some poll there, and all of you is voting there for some kind of the options. So I kind of like this kind of the format. And there's many things, test trading sessions, voice trading sessions, and more. So guys, you just need to check it out by yourself, and we're gonna see each other very soon on the next trading session. Bye bye.